Welcome to Live in the Pub. This is Susan O'Rourke, and I'm here today with Zig Zeitler, and we are coming to you from the Dirty Tree Pub in Michigan, and we're going to be sharing a special treat with you today, musically. So get ready for some great stuff.
Yeah, get yourself a dirty stout and have a seat, and we're in the chair. We're ready to roll.
Do you want to know what we're going to listen to today, Zig?
Yes, I would like to know.
Well, back in the day, 1975. Picture
Wow.
this.
Back in the day, 1975.
Gosh, what is that? That's 41 years ago, isn't
That's
it?
been a while.
Isn't it 41?
It probably is.
I can't believe it's 41 years. Well, 41 years ago, a band exploded onto the scene by the name of the Bothy Band.
Wow, kind of like the Big Bang.
Kind of the Big Bang, the Big Bothy Bang.
Yeah, the Bothy Bang.
Well, you know, they were a phenomenal band, absolutely phenomenal. Patty Keenan, Donna Lunny, Matt Malloy, Triana Gunnell, Michael Gunnell, and Tommy Peoples. And in my hand right now, I have the Bothy Band's very first album, and it was just called, I believe, The Bothy Band. And it was just a great piece.
You bet it was. They are one of the major forces in Irish music, and they have been for a while.
Yeah, I'm going to read just a little bit out of this liner note. It says, Tony and Matt and the Two Patties proved a powerhouse instrumental quartet and welded the raunchy, earthy rhythms of Michael and Triana and Donald. The band's overall sound, this is a great description, the band's overall sound was one of devastating energy, drive, and most of all, exuberant joy. And we're going to listen to this CD really from beginning to end today. We're going to get to hear from Liam, but we are going to try to enjoy this piece as a whole. For those of you who unthinkably haven't heard this CD yet, or possibly, you know, they're old. This CD is old enough that the folks coming into Irish music today might not have heard this CD. So we're going to share it with you, and we're going to start right out from the very first cut, which is a set of jigs, I believe. The Kesh Jig, Give Us a Drink of Water, The Flower Flock, and famous Ballymote. And then we're going to go on to another set, The Green Groves of Erin and The Flowers of Red Hill.
And if you haven't heard of these guys, you will have after today, and you're going to appreciate it. I'm sure.
are listening to the 41-year-old release of the Bothy Band's first album. That was back in 1975, and then we're going to try to enjoy this whole recording today. So we're going to try to limit our chit chat so we can get it all in. We're going to first listen to a song by Triana Nagano, and then I think it's another tune, which is Julia Delaney, and then we're going to hear from Liam, and then it'll be back to the Bothy Band. So enjoy.
Do you love an apple? Do you love a pear? Do you love a laddie with curly brown hair? Oh, still I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. Before I got married, I wore a black shawl, but since I got married, I wore bugger all. But still, I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. He stood at the corner, a fag in his mouth, 2 hands in his pockets, he whistled me out. But still I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he He works at the pier for 9 bob a week. Come Saturday night, he comes a rolling home drunk. But still I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. Before I got married, I'd sport and I'd play, but now the cradle it gets in me way. But still I love him, I can't deny him. I'll be with him wherever he goes. Do you love an apple? Do you love a pear? Do you love a laddie with curly brown hair? Oh, still I love
everybody. It's Liam, the extra-large leprechaun, reporting live from the Dirty Tree Pub. We're going to jump right into this week's schedule, starting with tonight. Tonight in Ann Arbor, there's an Irish fiddle workshop with Winifred Horan. If you don't know Winnie, then you don't know anything about the group. Solus, who is also performing at the Ark at 8 o'clock, which means the doors open at 7:30. But she is doing an Irish fiddle workshop. I believe you needed to be registered before today, so if you're a fiddle player and you didn't look on our schedule, shame on you. You're going to miss that one, but you can still make the show in Ann Arbor for the amazing group with Winnie on fiddle, Solus at 8 o'clock at the Ark. Tomorrow, sessions in Conklin as always. Thursday, tune in to Sounds Like Ireland from Muskegon. And at Flanagan's, they always have live music at 6 o'clock. But at 6:30, it's the long-awaited and anticipated Dropkick Murphy show at the new venue over there, 20 Monroe Live. If you've got tickets, great for you. Remember, everything is general admission there. You and a couple of other 1,000 people are going to be in for a great show, and it'll be a lot of fun. But this old leprechaun's too old to be standing for a 3 or 4 hour show with the pre-show. So enjoy it. It's be a great time as always. We're going to jump right. Oh, Tecumseh on Friday, 7:30. One of my favorite groups, Runa, is at the Tecumseh Center for the Arts. Look into that. Try and plan on that if you're in the Tecumseh area. And then Saturday, this is always a big show. We highly recommend that you try and make it down to Detroit for the Doctors Without Borders benefit. All the details are on our page, all the lists of acts you can get to from the link there. We suggest you try and make it down there. It's always a great show for a great cause. And if you can't make it all the way to Detroit but want to stop in Flint, the Flint Scottish Pipe Band Cayley is going on, and our good friends Roan will be performing with all the pipe bands. Everything's on our page. Click on the link that says Davison to get all the information. And, of course, we go into Sunday with all of our regular sessions and radio shows. All the information's there. Then back into Monday with buy one, get one fish and chips at both the Claddagh pubs, Lansing and Livonia, and 2 more great radio shows before next week when we're back on Tuesday with our show. I want to talk just a minute because Siusan was worried that Megan Double G didn't like her. And Zig said, we'll let Liam get on this, and I did. I talked to Megan Double G. She said, oh no, she really felt bad. She had no anger or animosity towards Siusan. And no, Siusan, you didn't sit in mixed chair because there was still a stout and a bourbon sitting there, and you wouldn't have sat there. She never saw you sit there if you did. She was just upset because Tony had tried to get her to go into the ladies' restroom and clean up Fireman Phil. Now, you ladies that have been in there know that there's a mannequin in the corner right behind the door, all suited up in fireman gear with a fireman's kilt on. It's even got the reflective tape on it and everything. And for unsuspecting new customers that have never been in there, if you lift the kilt, a blue flashing light goes off in the bar so everybody knows that the young lady or lady has lifted the kilt. Well, Tony is getting it ready for St. Patrick's Day. His big gig this year was to try and make Fireman Phil maybe a little more anatomically correct. All that's been shot down. They just want to clean him up, put on a new T-shirt. They change the T-shirts often. There's always a funny T-shirt on Fireman Phil under his turnout clothes. But anyways, she was then assigned, since she didn't want to touch Fireman Phil, she has a phobia about germs. Tony made her watch the restroom, and I think she said she was afraid you were going to have to use it, and she was going to have to tell you not to go in there and explain the whole story. So that's why Megan Double G was frowning at you, Siusan. It had nothing to do with you, the chair. It was all about Tony and the cleanup of Fireman Phil in the ladies' restroom. So there you have it. That's the scoop, the lowdown from the Dirty Tree Pub and our schedule. And as always, my friends, stay Irish.
Manirin snecher toy madus mahul na fivruach na bin je moire na gner na tu shen na chui ti so go bronze Stamen plianje elrishni boyge gmenje galda farish Plian morge som tam shavi mama khoni grak shkibal Svi ma haq mora yanu egsidis li garki Mo hjanner where it speaky Leggy waters lefarin Stam al rinchagam the mwar and fairle Manam a glega gajin of life Yano chegaru Bernum malai bienes no tiempo morguas na bodi ver moin khat si da wash ya mi na parche ton ma khasra kalim no wala Mastaki mavradis maqvaqetadunache Tarish gelin shet muwafe Tafid mondas nis wale Wel drabe Ui grebe Alnech mahar
It's always great to see Liam. He has to scoot out so often. He can't even
know.
hang out and have a Guinness with us or anything.
I know. We need to tie him down.
I know. We're going to tie him down. We are listening today to the Bothy Band, and we're listening to the first album of the Bothy Band, so it has all the original members in it. It was actually released 41 years ago in 1975, and we're trying to get the whole thing in. It's like a marathon.
to buy. But the wedding class followed after her, and they kissed her by and by. With my titty right for the diddle die do, with my titty right for the diddle dan. Oh, how can I get to your chamber, lover? How can I get to your bed? When your daddy goes to bed that night with the key lying under his head. With my titty right for the diddle die do, my titty right for the diddle dan. Oh, go and get the ladder, love, with 30 steps and 3, and put it to the chimney top and come down in a green to me. With my titty right for the diddle die do, my titty right for the diddle dan. I went and got a ladder, love, with 30 steps and 3, and a creel on the top of that, and came down in the lump to thee. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. No peace nor ease could the old wife get, with dreams running through her head. I lay me life, said the gay old wife, as if I me daughter's bed. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. Then up the stairs the old man crept, and into the room did steal. Silence reigned where the daughter slept, and he never twigged the creel. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. My curse attend you, father, what brought you up so soon? To put me through my evening prayers, and I just lying down. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. He went back to his gay old wife, he went back to she. She has the prayer book in her hand, and she's praying for you and me. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. No peace nor ease could that old wife get, till she would rise and see. She came on a stumbling block, and into the creel when she. With my titty right for the diddle I do, my titty right for the diddle dan. Oh, hi, I rocked her, oh, I rocked her, didn't I rock her well? For if any old wife begrudged me her daughter, I'd rock her into hell. With my titty right for the diddle I do, with my titty right for the diddle dan.
Very nice stuff.
We have had the great pleasure of listening to the Bothy Band's very first album. It was released 41 years ago in 1975. And there were only like 2 songs on this album with Triana Nagunnell singing. You know, she's probably one of the most influential, I think, female Irish singers, certainly in the industry.
She certainly has done a lot, yeah.
She has. She's been in like mega band formations, but you know, she doesn't have like the name recognition, I don't think, amongst the average Irish music listener. You know, everybody knows, you know, big names like Maura O'Connell and Dolores Keane and
Right.
Mary Black, but Triana doesn't seem to have that kind of quick name recognition. But
Well, I
she's
think-
phenomenal, and she's really shaped the direction of not only traditional Irish music, but contemporary Irish music today. So it's been a real treat to be able to listen to this. Now, if you have any questions, we have one more tune off this CD that we'll be playing for you at the end of the show. But if you have any questions about anything that you've heard today, please remember to go to our Facebook, Live in the Pub, and give us a like, and check back there also for the podcast. So I'm going to say goodbye to Zeg, and I'm sure he's going to say goodbye to you.
Goodbye, and don't forget, tune in next week right here live in the pub. We hope to see everybody then or hear from everybody. Let us know you're out there, okay? We'd love to hear from you as always, and I guess we will see you next week.
Safe home.
Oh no, Liam's looking pretty green. Man, I sure hope he isn't allergic to the stale stout.